Hey kids, welcome back to the next episode of the InKredible Kids podcast. My name is Moritz Siri, and I will be your host through this incredible journey. We are going to meet many incredible kids. They are going to share with us their stories. Some of them super cool and different like you've never heard before, and some you may say are just ordinary, but all of them incredible. If you have great ideas, email me today at ikidspodcast@gmail.com. And now it's time for
InKredible Kids!
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another night of the Tehillim Army. Tehillim Army number 57 for Eretz Yisrael, for Israel, and for all of the Jewish people's safety, and for Mashiach to come. Until when are we going to do the Tehillim Army? Until when? You guys know the answer if you've been here long enough. There are two options. Hopefully, the option is one and the same. Either when the war ends or when Mashiach comes. Hopefully, that will be the same exact time that the war could be over, Mashiach could be here. And until then, we will do the Tehillim Army. But don't worry, it's not going to be over forever. We still have a tremendous, beautiful attachment to Tehillim for life. And you're all going to enjoy whatever InKredible Kids has to offer, hopefully, Mirza Hashem, for many years to come. But our bond from this Tehillim Army is very, very special. We're going to use this time to connect with Tehillim and connect with each other. So thank you for being here. It's Thursday, it's Erev Shabbos. And it's very, very special for us to have Rabbi Schaefer on the program tonight. I'm going to tell you more about him in a minute. And of course, two different Tehillim boys who are going to lead with us tonight. We have Perek Chaf Aleph with Palti Stimmel and Perek Beis with Meir Friedland. And of course, incredible raffles at the end. So please, if you haven't yet, only one entry per family per day. Go on to InKredibleKids.org. And by the way, I really think, I don't know why I keep forgetting to do this, but I'm going to, Mirza Hashem, hopefully for next week, I'm going to put a link to the raffle on the live stream page for people who are on TehillimArmy.org. But either way, InKredibleKids.org, press on Tehillim Army, and there you're going to see on the very top of the page a spot for the link for the raffle. And I just want to welcome everybody who's new and thank everybody who's old or whatever, old and new, everyone's welcome here. And okay, so I actually have something to show you before we start the main part of the program tonight. But before I do that, I have a very important announcement to make. And that is, right now, I'm going to actually look so that I'm actually accurate. So there are, Kanainahara, 40 screens here, because if you do the math, 25 times 40, 25 little boxes on each screen times 40 is 1,000? I think so. Yeah. So there are 1,000 users. If you got into the Zoom call, that means that you logged on really early. And that also means that you probably want people to see you, right? So if you're in the Zoom meeting, you have the opportunity to be seen. And what that means is that we can see you. We can see you if we're singing. We can see you if we're listening. We could see you if you're just eating dinner. We can see you if you're saying Tehillim, of course, when we're up to the Tehillim. And we can see you as you hold up your Tehillim. And I just love to see you. So please turn on your camera if it's off. It's so special that you got into this Zoom call. So make sure that your camera is turned on. Of course, you want to just make sure everybody around you knows that the camera is turned on, because if something like, use your imagination. Sometimes it's not the type, you know what I mean? Nod your head if you know what I mean. Like sometimes like it just might not be the type, and you could use your noodle to figure out what I'm talking about. But anyways, okay, I'm looking through the screen now. You can there are so many of you, and you're all so beautiful and adorable and precious to Hashem, which obviously I find pretty cute as well. Okay. So I just want to say a couple really important thank yous. And I guess you may say, shout outs in the best way possible to the following people who made the Tehillim Army possible for the entire week. And number one, I wish I could say what it is, an anonymous sponsor. And then number two, another anonymous sponsor. And thanks to Moritz Siri for this amazing army orchestrating this, and in honor of the protection of our Chayalim and Jews around the world, in honor of the most amazing kids, Naomi, Israel, and Tamima, and also dedicated anonymously for Torah should be easily learned and stay in the hearts of Klal Yisrael. And especially all the incredible kids. And for Hashem's Shekhinah should feel safe to come home and be revealed soon. Refuah Shlema, emotionally, physically, and spiritually to anyone that needs. And a shout out to all the Gersons, Orlovskis, Khans, and Dunner kids. And then another weekly sponsor was the Deitch family, Le'iloi Nishmas, their parents, Ari Shmuel ben Meshulam, Esther Bas Moshe, their sister Tzipor Bas Esther, their brother-in-law Shlomo ben Yochanan, and for the safety of Klal Yisrael. And tonight, a couple special announcements for tonight. Thank you to the Stimmel family, who we're going to be meeting shortly when he says Tehillim tonight. It is Miriam Malka's Hebrew birthday, the 17th of Teves. And we are so happy that you're with us. So maybe we'll get to meet you, and happy birthday. And the Atkin family sponsored in honor of our brave cousin, Rami Davidovich, who is a brave chayal. And also sponsored by the Hellman family in the zchus of Shava and Uri Hellman's cousin to find a shadach, and for another cousin to have a baby. And another birthday shout out, and this really touched my heart. I know that it's a sponsorship from the Pachas family, and this is in honor of Rivka Tova's 10th birthday. And her father let me know that this is what she requested for her birthday present. She wanted to dedicate a night of Tehillim, and that was so special and beautiful. So happy birthday, Rivka Tova. You are a tzaddikas. And she also wanted to dedicate it in honor of her mother's birthday on Shabbos. So happy birthday, mommy of Rivka Tova. Okay, everybody. And now I have something very special to share with you. My friend Shanalee Danziger sent me a video, which maybe you've seen before, but I saw it today for the first time. You might be like, Mord Siri, old news. Like I saw that a month ago. And I'm going to say, I don't care. It was so beautiful. I don't care when it came out. Maybe it was from today. Maybe it was from a month ago. Either way, it was so touching, but it's in Hebrew. Okay. Does anyone here know Hebrew? Thumbs up if you know Hebrew. Yeah, I see some people. Okay. All right. The Kleins know Hebrew. The Friedmans. Okay. So maybe I don't have to explain, but in case your Hebrew is not so brushed up, it's just a little boy, probably the same age as so many of you. And he's saying on a video how he's davening for a soldier, and he's davening for this specific soldier. And he's telling him how he's davening for him, just like you guys are davening for all of the soldiers and all of the Jewish people. And then the soldier answers him in another video and tells the boy, thank you so much for davening for me, and don't stop. Because of you, I'm still healthy, Baruch Hashem. And because of you, I'm fighting stronger because of your Tehillim and your davening. And one day, and you should continue davening for my friends also. And then the boy sends him back a video. You're going to see all the videos. They're short clips. The boy sends him back a video, and he says to him something like, I'm trying to remember exactly. It's not going to be exactly Hebrew to English, but this is the idea, and you're going to be able to see it now when you see it. And he says back to him, could you please come visit me when you get to a break from the army? I want to give you a big hug. And then you're going to see what happens next. Okay. You ready to see it? Okay. I'm going to share the screen with you.
התפללתי עליך מאוד מאוד מאוד, ולא הפסקתי להתפלל עליך. כל הזמן התפללתי עליך ולא הפסקתי להתפלל עליך.
מה זה קיבלת? מאיפה קיבלת את זה?
מהתלמוד תורה קיבלתי את זה.
יפה. ואמרו לכם להתפלל על מי?
על החייל ליאון בן נטלי, אמרו לנו להתפלל.
התרגשת שראית היום אתה?
כן, התרגשתי שראיתי היום אותך. התרגשתי מאוד מאוד מאוד.
דניאל חיים, הצדיק שלי. אז הנה אני יואן. רציתי רק להגיד לך שבזכותך אני בריא. אני יצאתי כבר מעזה, אני חוזר לשם עוד מעט, אבל רציתי שתדע שאני בסדר, ושאני כל כך מתרגש לדעת שאתה מתפלל בשבילי, שאין לתאר. אז באמת תודה רבה, תודה לך, ואני אשמח לראות אותך מתישהו, ותמשיך להתפלל לא רק בשבילי, לא רק עליי, על כל החיילים, על כל הפצועים, על כל הנהדרים, שכולם יחזרו הביתה בשלום, ובעזרת השם ביחד ננצח. אוהב אותך.
שזה מהמלחמה, אז תבוא לבית שלי שזה המלחמה ותחבק אותי טוב יון בן אותי, ואני...
הקדוש ברוך הוא שומר עלינו, אז מי יכול עלינו? כי אין לנו עוד
So this is the soldier. He's going to this little boy, and he's doing exactly what he said. because of his tefillos for
כי
him,
לא עבדה האמונה.
he visited him. How beautiful is that?
עם ישראל, עם ישראל.
לעשות שירה, להתפלל שירה מעלות.
And now you're going to hear the kids
כן,
sing
לכבוד שהוא
Tehillim.
הגיע, תראו לו איך אתם יודעים.
ואם תבנה לי בית, בית שלישי, שמור אותו אצלנו, שמור אותו אצלי. ואם תביא
And I'm crying again. And I'm crying again. And I'll tell you why. Because it's been a few weeks, right? It's been a few weeks since I burst out crying. But it means so much to me to show you this video live with thousands of you. There are at least 5,000 of you. We counted yesterday based on the raffle numbers that you gave us. There are at least 5,000 of you right now. And do you know the power that you have with your tefillah right now together, wherever you are? We're all davening together at the same time. It is the most amazing experience in the world. Anyone who's here is lucky to be here, to be part of this entire group of precious children. And it's the children that have the most power, and I cannot say it enough, each and every one of us. So thank you for being here again. And Rabbi Schaefer, I'm so excited to introduce you. Let me just, hold on, pull you up on the screen over here. Rabbi Schaefer has something called the Shmooze. And normally he's very popular with a lot of the adults, maybe your parents. Listened to Rabbi Schaefer's speeches before. I know I enjoy listening to Rabbi Schaefer. So Rabbi Schaefer, and I know you have your grandchildren here tonight. And thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to just say hello and introduce yourself to the kids in your own words, you're on.
Hi, Maurizuri, I was also tearing up. I'm not usually that emotional, but I was crying watching that. That was so beautiful. And it is such a pleasure to be here. It is a schus, it is an honor I can't describe. As Maurizuri said, 5,000, the power, our enemies have no chance, not a hope, not a prayer. It's over. There is nothing. Hashem listens to tefillahs, and it's really beautiful to be here. I do want to mention, first of all, I do have a few shout outs because I do have grandchildren.
Sure.
Okay, so shout out number one, it's my grandchildren in Rochester, the Solomons. So we have Tehillah, Aryeh, Nehemiah, and Michaeli. So a shout out to you guys. I got some more grandchildren in Pomona, the Talbumlats. That's Ella, Simone, Alexander, and Ali. Shout out to you guys. We also have a niece, a nephew, Tuti Ori Benson. I have to mention the InKredible Cohn family from Passaic. And one, Tila. We got a, hey, guys, hi. That's great to see you guys. We have Tila Lewenstein and a special guest tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Bubby Kramer, the grandmother. I don't know if you can see her, but Bubby's here somewhere. And Bubby is here joining us somewhere. And Bubby Kramer, who is the what? She's the great grandmother of my grandchildren, so that makes her right. Exactly, great grandmother.
I would spotlight her, but Bubby Kramer's camera's off.
I guess you have a right. When you hit the great grandma stage, you have a right to shut the camera off. That's yeah. Okay. So first of all, before I say anything, I want to mention one thing. Can anybody tell me what day of the war this is? I know it's day 57 of the Tehillim army, but what day of the war? Does anyone know? Somebody raise a hand. Someone raise a hand. Anyone got a hand?
Okay, I'm going to see. There's someone raising their hand. Let's see if they have a good guess. I don't even know what day it is. Okay, let's see. Mayor Gersman, you want to unmute?
84.
Well, very close. I have 82, depending on who's counting, but 82. But this is why I mentioned that. Very good answer. But here's the point. You guys have been at this, not just weeks, but literally months, 82 days. And it's important to remember that our Chayalim are out there fighting. You know, we're here comfortable and we're davening, we're doing our best. But these guys are out there sleeping in Gaza, sleeping in very, very rough conditions, putting their life on the lines. And it's important that we constantly mechazik ourselves and won't give up because, you know, after a while, you know, in the beginning, everyone's got energy and it's fresh, but it starts getting a little old. We have to really strengthen ourselves and just remember and just keep on keeping on. Now, one thing I do want to share with you guys is an interesting observation. A lot of times people have questions, why does bad things happen? Why does Hashem let things happen? And here certainly October 7th was a rough day for us as a nation. Why would Hashem let that happen? And while we're never going to know all the answers, I want to share with you guys something that I find very, very important. In my lifetime, I've never seen this unity, this cohesion, this one unit called the Klal Yisrael. I was in Florida just recently, Boca Raton. Oh, shout out to Boca Raton. Anybody here from Boca Raton? Anybody here from Boca? Nobody?
I'm sure we have tons and tons.
So I was speaking in a high school there. It was December 5th. They don't have English, so they asked me to come down and do. Anyway, in the airport coming back, I found myself behind an Israeli couple. How could I not acknowledge him? How could I not say Nisiat Tova? How could my brothers? It's like the closeness in my life. I've never seen this, and I want you guys to remember. I don't know if you appreciate, but in Israel, 10, maybe 12 weeks ago, it looked Rahman al like there was going to be a civil war. It looked like there were two divisions, and the Klal Yisrael were being pulled apart. And now you see a unity, a oneness I've never seen before in my life, and it's such beautiful. It's so beautiful to see. It's so wonderful to see. And I'm going to show you something very interesting. If you would like to know how unique and special the Am Hanivcha, the chosen nation, the Jewish nation is, here's a question I want you guys to answer. You guys are here every night, let's assume for 57 Tehillim Army nights. Raise your hand, please, if any of you have a father who's fighting in Gaza today. Okay.
There's a kid who's dressed like Paro that's saying he does, but it could be it's part of the act.
Is there somebody really?
No, I think it's a joke.
Okay, all right. Okay, how about a brother? Anybody here have a brother who's fighting right now in Gaza? An uncle? A cousin? I'll have a better question. How many people here don't know a single chayal in the army, personally? Raise your hands, please. I want to see your hands. How many people don't know a single chayal? Do you understand what that means? Here we are, night after night, dominating, begging Hashem, for people we don't know. Why? Because we're one nation. It doesn't matter if I met you. It doesn't matter if I didn't meet you. It's Am Echad. It's one nation, and it's so beautiful. It's so incredible to see. And I want you guys to recognize how unique and special the Jewish nation is. You know, we have people all the time for guests for Shabbos, and sometimes a person who's doesn't know how we act says, "How could you have somebody, a stranger, in your house? You never met him before." What do you mean? He's Jewish. What's the question? How do you? We're Am Nivchar, chosen nation, one nation, and especially now, it is a very rough time, and there's a lot of tzoros, and there's a lot of worry, and there's a lot to daven for. But it's also a beautiful time because you see the unity, you see the oneness, you see Am Yisrael Chai as one nation. And it's beautiful. Now, I also want to share with you something that I find a story, you know, and besides just the fact that the Jewish nation is one and is unified maybe as they've never been before in history, you also hear story, miracle after miracles coming out of Gaza, and such nisim that are hard to explain. And I want to share with you one story that I find very, very eye-opening. And there was a journalist whose name is Yitzhak Horowitz. Actually, I have to thank Rabbi Landau I heard the story from him. Anyway, Yitzhak Horowitz is a journalist, and he attached himself to a brigade that went into Gaza. Because he's a journalist, he wanted to bring the story to the Israeli people and bring them firsthand information. The only way to do that is to actually go into Gaza with the troops. And because he's a journalist, they gave him permission. And he attached himself to brigade, and he went in with the Chayalim into Gaza in the fighting and the various things. Needless to say, it was scary beyond scary. It was frightening beyond frightening. But he says what was so unique was there were so many frum people. They had a minyan every day. They had a Sefer Torah, and they would lane on Monday, Thursday. They would lane from the Sefer Torah. And he describes one day he notices a officer asks to get an aliyah. Asks to get an aliyah so he could bench Gomel. And Yitzhak Horowitz is watching. And after this officer gets an aliyah and benches Gomel, and the officer comes over to Yitzhak Horowitz, he knew he was a journalist, and he said, "I want to tell you something. We see miracles day after day, miracles that you can't believe. You can't even imagine. But what I just went through yesterday is something that's beyond, it tops all of them, and I had to bench Gomel. I want to tell you what happened. We stopped in an Arab refugee camp. We were fighting, and there was a lull in the fighting. And so I told the soldiers, let's take a break, and we're going to eat lunch. So all the soldiers sat down. There were a few on guard duty, but everyone sat down, and they took out their rations, you know, the army food. Now, I don't know if you guys think yeshiva food is good or not good, but army food is really bad. But especially, apparently, the Israeli army has a ration that's considered the worst of the worst. It's called tuna fish. But it's not just tuna, it's almost inedible. They put this tuna fish in oil, and they say it's disgusting. They can't eat it, but you got to eat. You're a soldier. You got to fight. You got to eat. And so usually what the soldiers do is they open the can, and because the tuna fish is packed in oil, they take a match, and they light the oil, and the oil flames up. And what that does is it heats the fish and smokes it. So it adds a good flavor to the fish. So after a while, when the fire burns, after a while, then they blow it out and they eat the tuna fish and it tastes somewhat okay. Anyway, he says we stopped for lunch. The soldiers took out their rations. One soldier took out a can, he opened it up, he took a match and he lit it. And the flame was flying up. And the soldier next to him says, "What are you doing? There's live ammunition. You can't do that. There's live ammunition. It's going to blow up. You can't do it." The soldier had the can of tuna fish in his hand. He realized, oh my goodness, live ammunition, grenades. Oh, I could cause people to die. He panicked. He didn't know what to do. He took the can and he threw it as far as he can to just get it away from the Israeli soldiers. Anyway, he throws it maybe 200 feet. A moment later, they hear an explosion. Every soldier pick up the gun, start shooting toward the area. Nothing happened. They keep shooting. Nothing happens. They wait. And from the ground itself, they see a flag starting to come up. And behind it, a Hamas soldier. And behind him, another one, and another one, and another one. You see, what had happened was those Hamas soldiers were waiting in a tunnel shaft for the Israeli army to go forward. And they were going to ambush the army and kill them. But because this soldier panicked and he threw this can of tuna fish, which was on fire, it landed right in the tunnel shaft. It landed in the tunnel shaft. There was live ammunition there. The live ammunition started blowing up. The Hamas soldiers there realized the Israelis are coming down to kill them. They all came up, hands up to surrender. My friends, do you understand what a miracle that is? What are the odds a soldier throws a can of tuna fish on fire and it lands in a tunnel shaft? No one knew the tunnel shaft was there. No one knew the Hamas people were there. He throws the can and it lands just right there in the tunnel shaft that nobody saw, no one knew about, and blows up their ammunition, and they come out surrendered. And instead of having all the dead Israeli soldiers, Rahman al-San, the Hamas agents surrendered. And my friends, the reason why this is so important is because we have to recognize two things. One is one nation. Yes, together we're going to win. No question about that, especially with this incredible army. But we also have to keep our eyes open to see the hand of Hashem. And it's important to hear the stories and read the stories because you see it again and again and again. You see that Hashem loves us. Hashem protects us. My friends, keep davening, keep davening, keep davening. It is my schus, my honor to be a part of this. And I hope to join tonight in the Tehillim. And Moritz Siri, thank you for having me on.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rabbi Schaefer. The tuna can story really, really illustrates how Hashem could save us in the craziest way from a can of tuna fish. That's what he wanted at that moment. And a lot of times when people hear stories, the first question that kids ask, is it true? Is it true? Everybody wants to know, is it a true story? And sometimes it's nice to have made up stories, but it's amazing when you could hear a true story. Like Rabbi Schaefer said, kids, I don't know if you paid attention to the fact that the person who said the story was a man who was a newspaper writer, but he was actually there. So a lot of times when you read something in a newspaper, you don't even know if it's like exactly true, but it's unbelievable that hashgacha pratis that we all could see in like small ways, and then every so often in this humongous explosion type of way. Mm-hmm. So thank you, Rabbi Schaefer, for being here. And I usually invite the guests to come say Tehillim with us. So thank you for what do you call it, like initiating the conversation, because it would be our honor to have you join us. Thank you so much. And I just want to mention, Rabbi Schaefer, we had Yaakov Shwaki here on Sunday, and he mentioned to me before we went live, he mentioned to me when I was talking to him that you were his Rebbe.
Yes. And Yaakov and I have a deal. He doesn't say shmuzim and I don't sing. That's our deal. We have that arrangement. So far, it's worked out pretty well. Oh, maybe he says shmuzim. Uh-oh.
He schmoozed a lot with us. He schmoozed a lot. So you might have to sing. You might have to sing. You might have to sing. I don't know.
My grandkids are here. I got to spare them the embarrassment.
Okay. Thank you, Rabbi Schaefer, so much for being here. Appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you.
And one day, Mirza Hashem, when you're all getting married, everybody should read his books on marriage. Okay. So I am going to look through all of you guys, all of you incredible kids, and see who has some beautiful Tehillims to hold up and show us. And I see a lot of you are very creative, making signs that say, pick me, pick me. I wish I could pick everybody. But it's like kind of random how I choose. There's no real rhyme or reason what happens in my brain. I'm sorry to disappoint. Let's see over here. I'm looking. Wow, so beautiful. Let's see. Hi, thank you so much for being here. Do you have a Tehillim with you? Go get a Tehillim and open up. I think I forgot to announce the Perek. The Perek is Chaf Aleph. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's see who else we have here. Let's say, oh, I know you. Hi, Zahava Steiner. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for having your time. Open it, and if it's not open, I know you have look like you have a bookmark in there. So Kuf Chaf Aleph and Kuf Mem Beis are the prakim for today. So let's say hi to the incredible birdies. What happened to the incredible birdies? There you are. Hi, Raffle. Thank you so much for bringing. And Lele, how are you? I know these girls. Okay, let's see who else is prepared to be here with Tehillim. You know who I haven't spotlighted in a while? Let's see how the Price girls upstairs. These are my kids. So everyone could just say thank you from your house, even though no one hears you, to my kids for letting me do this every night. They are the real heroes of the Tehillim army. There they go. They got their Tehillims. Good. Now open them up, kiddos. Okay. And let's see over here. I'm going to spotlight. Let's see one more person. Let's see somebody that I have no idea who they are. I never met you in my whole life. This is a really cool Tehillim over here. The Chaya Herzig. I know your name is probably not Chaya, but you could hold up your cool Tehillim. It looks like it's from the Olive Wood shop in Israel. So good to meet you. Thank you so much for being here. And now I don't want to keep anyone waiting any longer. We are going to bring on our friend Palti, whose sister's birthday it is, and he named himself Palti and the birthday girl. So let's meet you. I'm excited to meet you guys. Hi.
Hi. This is the
How are
birthday
you?
girl.
This is the birthday girl? I figured that much. I like your crown, and I like your well, you're the only girl that's here, so I figured you're the birthday girl. So happy birthday. And Palti, how old are you?
9.
What's your whole name? Like, what's Palti short for?
Chaim Paltiel.
Chaim Paltiel. You know, I only met one other Paltiel in my whole life. You're the second Paltiel that I ever met. Such a beautiful, unique name. The first Paltiel was my daughter's guitar teacher. Do you play guitar also?
No.
I wasn't sure if you were him. But he has like a big black beard, so I didn't think it was you. Okay, so we're going to be saying Kuf Chaf Aleph, and your siblings are welcome to be next to you and join us. And you're going to say it as clearly and as loudly as you can, one pasuk at a time. You say pasuk Aleph, and then we will all repeat. You know how this works, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on. You could start pasuk Aleph, and we will repeat after you. Perek Kuf Chaf Aleph.
Shir el harim me'ayin vayezri.
Shir lama alos asa enai el haharem me'ayin yavo azri.
Ezri me'im Adonai osei shamayim va'aretz.
Azri me'im Adonai osei shamayim va'aretz.
Al yitain lamot raglacha al yanim shemirecha.
Al yitin lamot raglacha al yanom shomracha.
Hinei vayanim v'lo yishan shomer Yisrael.
Hine lo yanom velo yishan shomer Yisrael.
Adonai shemercha Adonai tzalcha al yad yaminecha.
Adonai shomracha, Adonai tzelcha al yad yaminacha.
Yomam Hashemesh lo yakaka ve'areach ba'layla.
Yomam hashemesh lo yakaka v'yareach balayla.
Adonai yishmercha mikol ra, yishmer es nefshecha.
Adonai yeshmarcha mikol ra, yeshmar es nafshacha.
Adonai yishmer tzeischol v'yacha me'ata v'yad
Adonai yeshmar tzischa uvoecha me'ata ve'ad olam. You know what that last pasuk means about Hashem? Hashem is watching every single step we take. So if you do, wherever you go, if you're ever nervous about anything, that's a pasuk you could think about. Hashem yeshmar tzischa uvawacha me'ata v'yad olam. If you're nervous about going on an airplane, if you're nervous about going to school, whatever it is, Hashem is always watching us. Thank you so much, Palti and birthday girl. And what's your name? I didn't get your name in the back. Mordechai. You are a great backup brother. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, we're going to turn now to... We're going to turn now to, hold on a second. How do I remove the spotlight? Here we go. We're going to turn now to Chaf Mem Beis, and our friend Meir Friedland is going to be with us in just a second. Let me just pull up our special Tehillim leader. There we go. Okay. Could you unmute yourselves, guys? There you go. Okay, looks like you have someone working for you back there. Okay, hi, Meir. And who are your siblings? Say something so I can know it works. Oh, okay. Hi, what are your names? Tehillah and? Miriam. And I know your baby probably can't tell me. What's your baby's name? Baruch? Beautiful. Tinokos shall base Rabban. Okay, Meir, how old are you? 8 years old. Meir, you are going to read one pasuk at a time. You know how it works. Pasuk Aleph, and we will repeat after you as loud as you can. Okay, Meir? You got this. Go. Maskil le David bioso v'me'ara sefila. By the way, you could say Hashem's name. You could say it again with Hashem's name. Koli el Adonai azak, Koli el Adonai eschanan. Eshpoch lefanav sichi tzarasi lefanav aged.
Alai ruchi v'atoy adati nesavisi ve'oirach zu ha'alech semanu bachli.
Behisatif alai ruchi ve'ata yadata nesivasi ve'orach zu ahalech tamnu fachli.
Abeisyo min ure'ebein li makir avad menais imani in doir resh l'nafshi.
Habit yamin urei ve'in li makir avad manos mimani in doresh lanafshi.
Da'akti lach Adonai amarti ata machsi alki baratz ha'chaim.
Da'akti elacha Adonai amarti ata machsi chalki be'aretz hachayim.
Atsiva el nasiki da'loisim ha'aret hatzilim mi meiroi defai jiv amitzu mimani.
Akshiva el rinasi ki dalosi meod hatzileni merodafai ki amtzu mimani.
Atia mima asker nafshi lehoidais hashemecha kichi yachtiru tzadikim ki sigma alai.
Hotzia mimaskar nafshi lehodos es shemecha bi yachtiru tzadikim ki segmol alai. Wow, thank you so much, Meir. Where do you guys live?
Muncie.
Oh, nice. Okay, very nice. I'm from Muncie too. I remember the name Friedland from somewhere. I don't know how. I don't know if I know you, but it's so good to meet you guys. And thank you for joining us on the Tehillim Army. Can you listen while I say the Misha Beirach for the soldiers, and then you could say Amen from your house? Okay, listen carefully. And everybody who's listening, this is the special tefillah that we say every day, and that we're asking Hashem to protect them. And we tell Hashem, we not that Hashem needs a reminder, but we say, Hashem, you're the one who goes with us to war, and you're the one who wins the wars for us. Misha Beirach Avosinu Abraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Yivarich Hasachayalem Ha'omdem Al Mishmar Artzinu V'Ari Elohinu Yitena Adonai Es Avinu Hakamim Malinu Negafim Lifnehem HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yadbar Soninu Tachtehem V'Atrim B'Kasar Yeshua Uva'ataras Nitzachon V'Kuyam Bahem HaKasav Ki Adonai Elohechem HaHolech Imachem Lihilachim Lachem Im Ayvechem Lahoshia Eschem V'Nomar Amen. Thank you so much, Friedland kids, for being here with us. And okay, so before I start the raffle, which I'm going to do any second now, this is your last chance to enter. I know you're getting excited, Leah Perlow. I see you dancing. InKredible kids. You're so cute. InKredibleKids.org. Go enter it now. It's not too late. Okay, because I'm going to say that a lot of people, and I'm sorry if I haven't answered you because I'm a little bit hectic these days. A lot of people have been asking me how they can get this Tehillim. If you did not yet get this Tehillim, I want every single kid here to get one. And in Mirza Hashem, you will. What happened is that we made these beautiful Tehillims with Art Scroll. And they were so amazing. And every step of the way, they helped us make the most gorgeous, beautiful Tehillims. What happened is that a lot of the orders have been coming slowly to people's houses. So even if, let's say, you live in Waterbury and your next door neighbor got a Tehillim, but you didn't get a Tehillim, you're like, oh my gosh, mine is for sure lost. It's not true. Yours still might come. They're just being shipped out at like a random, I'm not exactly sure what the order is. And the people from Art Scroll told me, so if you're asking me where your Tehillims are, because you ordered one in the first order, give it a few more. They said to wait till the end of next week. I feel so bad because if it was up to me, I would drive to each of your houses and give it to you. That's how badly I want you to have it. I want every single kid to have one, and in Mirza Hashem, you'll get it. Don't worry. Worst case scenario, you'll come to my house in Baltimore and pick one up. You know what I mean? Like, I got you covered. But there was I think some sort of issue with there was a few hundred of them that weren't shipped out because the covers were damaged or something. I don't know. Something happened. So they're making them beautiful for you. And Eretz Hashem, you'll get them. Then everybody who signed up on the wait list is, once I know that all of them were shipped out, everybody who put their name on the wait list, plus I'm going to let you guys know again. So you will not hear about it. Like, don't email me and ask me stuff about it because it's not the time yet, but I will let you know when. Hopefully at the end of next week, we're going to make an official second order and everybody will be notified. If you put your email address on the wait list, then I'm going to say, hi, here is the order form, and you're going to order it. And it's free. It's totally free. You don't have to pay for it. We have, Baruch Hashem, many of you guys who helped pay for these Tehillims. And don't worry, anybody who wants to pay, we'll take your money. We'll take your money. Let me know if you want to sponsor. If you have connections to people who want to support kids saying Tehillim, ikidspodcast@gmail.com. I'm waiting for your email. ikidspodcast@gmail.com. Okay, enough talking already. I know I'm talking way too much tonight. I'm going to share the screen with you so we can get this raffle kicking. How do you like the sound of that? Okay, so we're going to be raffling off first this book, the Art Scroll book over here that you can order with code InKredible on Art Scroll for free shipping. This is it. What a story. And we're also going to be giving out, of course, the Farhi Family Mystery Prize. And, anybody here go to Glick Sunday program? Let me look at the screen for a minute because I feel like there's probably some Glickers here. Okay, I see some people cheering. Very good. So it's a really awesome thing. Anyway, so my friend Kayla Weiss donated $25 gift card plus tons of swag from like a whole package of swag, whatever that means. I don't know, gloves, stuff, magnet t-shirts, I don't know what. So it's a fun package to get in the mail. And the Cohn family from Baltimore, shout out to Ben Siona, Miri, and Abraham, and I don't remember your baby's name, and Yankel. You guys donated a bunch of prizes. We're going to do one tonight and a couple more next week. And the prize that they are doing tonight is actually super cool. Let me show it to you quickly. Where is it? Here it is. I don't have it with me now, but this is what it is. It's called the J Brush paint by number. You could paint this gadol. It's really cool, actually. It's not just like random painting. You're painting the face of one of the Jewish world leaders, Rabbi Rav Aryeh Leib Steinman. Okay. Let's go. Let's do this raffle. I'm going to share my wheel with you. And the first winner is of the book by Art Scroll. Let's see who's the winner. Lots of entries tonight. That's testament to all of you guys for showing up here. The Share family, sarashare1@gmail.com is the first winner. Now for the mystery prize. Let's see. Remember, the reward for saying Tehillim is way greater than whatever prize you get here. This is just as a thank you for coming onto the program. The Rubin family, JenRubin89@gmail.com. Yay, you won the mystery prize. Okay, now we're going to be raffling off the Glick swag package with the gift card. And that is the Cone family, cone.yt@gmail.com. And the last prize of the night is for the paint by number. And that is the Schwartz family, brachaschwartz@gmail.com. Okay, everybody, that is a wrap for our raffles tonight. And I want to thank you all for coming and give you a surprise to look forward to next week. Are you ready to hear who will be with us on Sunday? Who's curious? Let me see. Let me see who's super curious. Let me see. If you're curious, let me see you waving your hands in the air. Yep. Hi, Wine Rub kids. Let me see you waving your hands in the air. Let's just give this girl a chance in the limelight. She's dancing her head off tonight. There you are, Leah Perlow. So, on Sunday, bring your microphones and bring your guitars and bring your dancing shoes for Yoni Z. Who's excited? I hear my kids screaming upstairs. Guys, you knew the surprise. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for being incredible. Don't forget to say extra Tehillim over Shabbos and Sunday. And whenever you have off, if you have time here, time there, take out your Tehillim and remember the Yidden in Eretz Yisrael and all over the world. Everybody, have a beautiful Shabbos. Have a good night. And remember, you are all incredible kids. See you next time at the Tehillim Army. Bye.